morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's analysis, being the 29th of August 2025. It's so good to have each and every one of you around. For this segment of the market color session, I will be analyzing GBP USD, Euro USD, and DXY. Right after that, my colleague will be coming up to analyze gold and the yen basket. If this is your first time joining in for the market color session, you're very much welcome. We do this every day, Monday to Friday without fail, except of course during public holidays and major holidays. I'd like to crave your indulgence, kindly share the link to this market color session with everyone on our various social media platforms so this can get to as many people as possible. So I'll be giving us a few seconds to do that, and right after that we'll be heading straight to the business of today. Can you hear me? Can you see me, please?
Can hear you, can see you. Good morning.
Thank you for confirming that. And so we'll be heading straight to the business of today. Monthly time frame for DXY, as seen right here. Price was bullish for a period of time, and then we saw a sweep of this liquidity coming down to the weekly time frame. Of course, we've even seen more push to the downside. Price broke this low at 100.1315, I beg your pardon, and down to the daily time frame. We're even seeing that price has been stalling right here for a period of time. Coming down to the 4-hour time frame, let's see what we have today. It's actually been caught in a range. We're not even seeing it breaking lower or higher. Coming down to the high 1-hour time frame, I can actually spot the box pattern strategy for a sell shoulder at 98.472, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. I want to see price retrace right into this left shoulder at 98.472. And once price gets there, I'm more than willing to take positions for the sell of DXY. Coming down to GBP USD, let's see what price has for us today and what the market is doing. On the monthly time frame for GBP USD, overall direction has been bearish for a period of time, but coming right here, we saw price take the high at 1.34405, and coming down to the weekly time frame also, we saw that price traded into some premium level, reacted off that point, and we're seeing some downward reaction, right, for price to retrace into one of the fib levels, fibbing from point A to point B, right? We want to see price retracing at least into 61.8% fib level. Coming down to the daily time frame and seeing right here, price just tapped into this resistance and seeing reactions of that point. We're not even seeing it breaking higher. But coming down to the daily time frame, let's see what price has for us today. Right, so price took out the high at 1.34966, right? Traded to the upside and we're seeing some reaction, price just stalling at this high right here. But for me, I'm looking out for positions to long GBP USD because I am speculating that price should break above the high at 1.35467, the high right here. I'm looking out for price to break above that level. So coming down to the 1-hour time frame, looking out for opportunities to enter the buy positions. I can actually spot the classic box pattern for a buy right here. Shoulder at 1.34473. So I want to see price retrace into this left shoulder, speculating that there's more room for GBP USD to sell into this left shoulder at 1.34473, and once price retraces into that level, I'm willing to long GBP USD. I'm willing to long GBP USD. Please take note of the various price points that we're calling out, so that once price gets there, we will be on time to take positions in the market. On the monthly time frame for Euro USD overall, we're seeing bearish moves, and down to the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, price has taken out this high, right? And we're even seeing more push to the upside. Given this most recent swing from point A to point B, I'd like to see price retrace into some discount level. Beg your pardon, let me flip this again. Fibbing from point A to point B, the most recent swing, right? Price, beg your pardon again. So fibbing this from point A to point B, price tapped into 61.8% fib level. We saw some reaction of that point, right? We saw some reaction. Price just tapped into it and reacted to the upside. It has failed to break the high, of course. So I'm speculating that price wants to retrace again, either into 50% fib level or 61.8% fib level, or even into 78.6% fib level. But coming down to the daily time frame also, price has actually been ranging for a period of time, right? To the downside, of course, because we saw that price had failed to take out the high at 1.18406, right? We just saw that price came here to form a lower low, a lower high, beg your pardon, and broke below this low, came back and is still ranging. Let's flip this swing from point A to point B. So price has been ranging at 61.8% fib level and has not even broken lower on the daily time frame. Coming down to the 4-hour time frame, pretty much we've just been seeing price stalling and in a range. Down to the 1-hour time frame, for me, I will be looking out for buy opportunities, right? Although it is ranging, but we may see a break below into this very left shoulder at 1.16112, and then once price gets there, I'm willing to take my buy positions. Eventually, we should see price breaking out of this range of the Euro USD. We should see price eventually breaking out of the range. And why I'm looking out for buy position is because I've seen a break above this high, although still within the range. That's why I spotted the classic box pattern for a buy on the 1-hour time frame. Once price retraces into 1.16112, and we're willing to long Euro USD. At this point, if you have questions or a different bias from what has been analyzed, please feel free to type in chat box, and we'll be answering your questions, and we'll be seeing your different bias from your own perspective. Right, so while we're still putting our thoughts together to type in chat box, I'd like to announce that registration for the FX Bootcamp training is currently ongoing. You can chat us up on 081 6099 5030 to lock in your slot. And also, the slot for the account management service is opened, Falcon 2.0, right? You need a minimum of $1,000 to be on that program, right? And you get to keep all the profits. Of course, you have to pay a subscription fee of $50, and that's the only thing you need to pay to be on the account management service side of things. Again, for more inquiries on how to go about registration for the FX Bootcamp training and also registration to be on the Falcon 2.0 program, chat us up again on 081 6099 5030, and we'll be helping you with that. Okay. Let's see GBP USD. Okay, this bearish candle engulfed the bullish candle, right? Well, for the daily time frame, we've already seen a break of structure giving us a bearish direction, right? But on the 4-hour time frame also, I've seen that price has broken the high, this most recent high. So we may see price react once it trades and retraces into 1.34473. We may see price reacting off this level to the upside, or we may see for that break to the downside, connoting a box pattern failure, but this is just my point of interest and my outlook for today. I'm looking out to long GBP USD once it traces into this level, except otherwise it kicks me out and keeps trading to the downside, connoting again the box pattern failure. I don't know if that is clear or if I have answered your questions rather. If there are no more questions, for the sake of time, we'll be going on a very brief break, and Lekon will be coming up for his analysis on gold and the yen basket.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Market Color brought to you by the Battlefield Trading Team. And that was a very great analysis from Cynthia. So this morning we are going to be looking at the precious metal. What do we have going on gold? And at the same time, we are going to be heading straight to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket. And we are going to relate that with the other yen correlated pair. All right, just sit calm and let's see how our analysis went so far and what are we going to do right now. All right, so for the precious metal, if you look at it, even from the monthly time frame, we are going to observe that we are very much bullish, clean and clear. And also on the weekly time frame, it's very visible that we are bullish. However, this consolidation that we've been on, which is much more obvious, on the daily time frame is still very much there. And from what we are seeing, if we are very much, conversant with chart pattern, we know that this kind of move is what we call the bullish flag. All right, if you look at it, and the flag is becoming too long that it's going to tear very soon. And when something tears from the upside, it tears down, right? So looking at what we have right now, we are in a very big consolidation. And since April, what we've been doing is that we sell at premium and buy at discount. However, this time around, we are selling at premium, yes, but there is high probability moving into the last quarter of the year. There's high probability that we may not want to buy from discounts again if price still remains within this zone and did not break down. All right, so right now we are looking for opportunity to short the precious metal, even though the higher time frame from the monthly and weekly is still telling us that we are still very much bullish, but the market is resting. Yes, very true. However, we all know that lower time frame makes up the higher time frame. Okay, now within the lower time frame, let's go into the scope of what we have on the chart. From the analysis that we have since last week, and even from the analysis we had on Monday, we're expecting a buy to sell on the precious metal just the way we have it on the screen right now. You can see this is the buy to sell. We've got into our sell zone, which is the premium of the range, and we are looking for opportunity to sell. Now, late yesterday evening, around past 6 yesterday evening, it gave an entry signature for us to start selling since price entered into our POI. Now, this is our POI, and if you want to sell, you want to, take the advantage of this old sell so far, then as you enter yesterday, your SL ought to be just above here. But remember, this is going to be a very massive one. Imagine using 218 pips for the sale of precious metal, which means if you are using the barest minimum lot size 0.001, your stop loss is going to be $200, but know fully that you're still going to do your 1:3. But if you are dealing with your microstructure, meaning you go to the lower time frame and see what exactly is going on there, you are going to see where exactly we are going to, or which we are going to refine that now. All right, so looking at it now, price is already at the premium side, and we are looking for opportunity to short. Now on the 1 hour time frame, yes, we've not really seen a clear market structure shift to the downside, but we go to the lower time frame. Since price already entered into our POI for sell, 1 hour will soon align for the sell. Now, the sell of the precious metal, where am I looking at it to? I'm expecting if the sell is going to sell that much, it may just get to this point and reverses back. Particularly at this Tuesday move, Tuesday move, this order block that we have here, price may just clear this liquidity, tap into this order block, and start pushing back again. So this is going to be the first TP for the sell that we are looking at. Now, if you have not joined the sell, where can you join now? Come to your 15-minute time frame, and on the 15-minute time frame, that's where you're going to observe that yes, to some extent we have a small market structure shift, which is this particular one to the downside, and price pull back to tap into that level again at the Asian high somewhere here. So if you want to join, I would advise allow price to get back to this zone again, this particular zone here, and we are going to see how price reacts from that level. Now, we don't usually go to the 5-minute time frame, but if you want to see into it, and that happens to be where the trade entry comes from yesterday evening, which was this signature that we have at the top here. And if you look at it very well, if you trade the bus strategy on a lower time frame, like 5 minutes, you are going to see we have our clean bus pattern somewhere here, and we've seen how that price already, we are expecting if price pull back again for those who have not joined the sell, if you want to take it, that's why we have this level marked out to sell the precious metal. But if you have, just stay in it, and the worst thing you can do is just break even and allow price to sustain. But the way it is now, we are expecting price to still, fall all the way down more. All right. So that is that for the move for the day on the gold, precious metal, right? So that is it. Now let's quickly get to Japan to see what is really going on the yen basket, and we can use that to justify our move on the other yen correlated pairs. All right. Now, if you look at the yen basket on the weekly time frame, our bias still remains the same, that we still expect it to sell a little bit more. Take out liquidity, tap into our weekly reference point, and we are going to start the long all the way to upside. All right. But since for the past few weeks now, price has just been ranging within, and if you look at it from the daily time frame too, you are going to see how strong the range is. This consolidation is really consolidating. All right. And what we are expecting to see is, even if price is going to, move from this zone within this range, then it should still tap a little bit into this shoulder level here. Then we can push back. And reason why we don't trust this, boss pattern that is showing up here that much is this is looking more like a double bottom, this this move here. However, we can see, yes, there's a little bit, clear of this liquidity, but the real pattern we want to see is that price should give us a very good move, something of this nature for a sell pattern. We want to see price give us something of this nature for a sell pattern, right? Then we can easily now start buying and move, continue that way, right? But since it's not really giving that look much here, so that's why our expectation still remains a sell of the yen basket all the way to the downside, particularly to the weekly reference point. And if you look at it from the 4-hour time frame, we are going to observe, yes, this is now becoming much more clearer if you are trading in respect to this last move here. So we still expect that price should sell a little bit more. But since Monday, we've been seeing price just ranging within and forming what some people will call ascending wedge, or what you call it. This is it. So that is exactly what price has been doing since last week. All right, and forming within that zone. So don't just confuse yourself. Everything still remains that we expect price to still trade a little bit more to the downside. Even if it's going to buy, let it trade here, then you can now begin to see any move to the downside. So that brings us into the conclusion that the yen basket should be bearish. We expect it to be bearish. And today being the last trading day of the week, Friday, two things would happen. Is either it plays out that bearish move a little bit, yes, all things being equal, probably the news can come out that we don't know of that is going to sell off all this move today, or we are going to see just a little push to the downside and still remains within this range that it is. All right. So since this is what we are seeing on the yen basket, it gives us a very good insight of what we should see on the yen correlated pair, starting with GBP JPY. All right, so from the daily time frame of GBP JPY, you are going to observe that we are still very much bullish, and our POI still remains this zone that we marked out on daily time frame. So that is why we are still very much bullish, right? And since GBP JPY is bullish, we are looking at price, buying all the way into this zone. Then where should we now join the buy if we are not in the buy all the way from this zone already? Now, two things will happen. We are seeing more like something that looks like a bust pattern here, right? Yes, but it's a bit far. However, let's wait and see if price is going to take out this high. The moment price takes out this high, then we know we are just going to wait until price gets to our daily POI, which is somewhere that we are seeing at the top here, which is this place. And when price get there, just the way we're patient enough to see that of gold plays out, just be patient enough to see this up plays out, as patience is one of the qualities of a good and profitable trader. All right, now on the 1 hour time frame, what are we seeing on 1 hour time frame? Now for 1 hour, we are seeing that price already, is just within a range. Yes, within a range. And on Monday, we see how that price tapped into the zone here, just the way we analyze it at the during the London, New York session rather, and we see how that price tapped into that zone and start pushing to the downside. Which we say that if you are buying, price is going to react here, but don't panic because it's going to go back up. Now, imagine you've been in that trade since Monday and you are caught within this range. These are the kind of frustrating moves that the market would give you once in a while. Now, on the 15-minute time frame, what exactly are we now going to do? Today on the GBP/JPY chart is telling us that today seems like a public holiday for traders trading GBP/JPY, meaning just watch and look. There's no any entry signature right now. So all eyes are on precious metal, right? So, but if you see your own entry signature that you think to trade with, you can easily follow through. Now, I know we are seeing a bearish move all the way to the downside here, but remember that the overall move remains price is still having a target to make at the top. So allow it to be seen and don't be caught in between. All right. So that is that for GBP/JPY. Let's quickly take a look at EUR/JPY as we round off. And if you have any questions, you can start putting it inside the chat box so that we look at it together. All right, now for EUR/JPY, right from the daily time frame, remember we said that we are going to see EUR/JPY this week is going to be a ranging week, particularly even since last week. That has been our speculation for EUR/JPY, that is going to be a ranging week for EUR/JPY, and exactly what price is doing so far. And reason that is, you are going to observe on the daily time frame for EUR/JPY, price already traded into its POI. So it's only waiting for the other yen correlated pair to achieve their own goal so that it can also follow suit to the downside. And remember what we said 2 weeks ago, that if the sell is going to start for the yen correlated pair, EUR/JPY is going to be the one to run very, very quick because it's going to be massive, since it's just waiting for the other pair. Now, I know someone is going to ask, how do we know all this is going to happen and say all this? And it's just simply because of our value flow models that we look at, and they point to us how value is being rotating from one particular basket into another one and moving from one asset into another one. So if you want to get that, you can easily just reach out to us on our WhatsApp contact is we are very much available to give you that at a very cheap price. All right. So now on the 4-hour time frame, what are we seeing on the Euro JPY? For Euro JPY on the 4-hour time frame is still very much within the range, and we are still expecting that price will trade. This is the the midpoint of the range. I don't know how to put that again. Range within range. So we are in a range, and price is in the middle point of the range. So it's still also telling us to stay out and watch what happens. So what you are going to expect is two things happen. There's high probability price is still going to push all the way to this zone. And just as the way we analyzed some weeks ago, that we are expecting price to still trade all the way to this point here. Then when price gets here, you can now start selling. The sell party may now begin. And if you look at 1-hour time frame, you're going to observe that everything is still very much within that range. All right. So what should we now look out for? Since we are expecting price to trade to the upside on the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, and even 1-hour time frame. So on the 15-minute time frame, what we should be looking out for is a buy. And I think this is also giving us, we've seen a confirmation of what we're expecting on GBP JPY, on Euro JPY, because you see the buy structure forming on Euro JPY. Price came all the way to take out liquidity here and start buying all the way to the upside during the Asian session. Now, this is a very clean move for Euro JPY for the buy, right? The moment price take out this liquidity, start buying clean, and you are targeting all the way to that 4-hour POI for yourself. And when price get there, you start selling all the way back down again. Now, since price already took out liquidity and started buying, where can I join? I know that's the question someone would ask. Where can I join? Now, I'm going to expect that for us to join the buy, allow price to take out this point here. Allow price to take out the liquidity level that we have at the top here. When price takes it out, and we are going to have something like this play out, right? We're going to have something like this play out. Price take out this, right? Then come a little bit back more and trade into the discount of that swing to the upside, and then you can now join from this point and follow through to the upside. So this is just the schematic of what we should expect to see on Euro JPY. If price takes out this high, wait for it to retreat, and you can easily just measure from this zone to this point where price takes out this high. When you see it coming back, just draw your Fibonacci tool from this low to the high where it takes out this liquidity point, and expect price to get to the 50% fib level or 61.8% fib level, and start to join the buy and follow through to the 4-hour POI, which is this particular level. When price gets here, offload and look for opportunity to start selling all the way back, because we are expecting a very big sell party on Euro JPY around this point. All right. So that is that for Euro JPY analysis. If there's further questions, you can easily ask. All right. Mr. Labode says check USD JPY. All right. Okay. So for USD JPY on the daily time frame, we have similar price action, and we can see how that. Let's even pick from the weekly time frame. Now, from the weekly time frame, we are going to observe that we are very much bullish on USD JPY. And just as we know that USD JPY, USD, and also the yen, the dollar and the yen, they are both safe haven assets. So one thing we are going to expect to see more is a range between, because we are expecting a sell of the JPY, which is going to cause a buy of USD JPY. The JPY is selling. Now, two things now happen when that buy starts. One thing I'm seeing now is we are most likely going to see price trade into this point here. All right. So for the buy, and when price gets to this level on the weekly time frame, we are going to see a sell back down again for USD JPY. Now on the daily time frame, similar things are going to, we have similar things happening. Good, very clean. So this is it. Just all you are going to do is just refine all the way more to the upside, and you get it there. So this is the level we are still expecting. We are still expecting much more buy on USD JPY to the upside, right? And on 4-hour time frame, great. On 4-hour time frame, we already see how that this last swing is still very much bullish, but this long consolidation is a very big one. So two things happen. This is what we are most likely going to see on USD price, taking out this point here, yes, or yes, all the way to this point, then we can now begin to buy all the way back up. So that is the outlook on USD Well, let's look at the now trade. What's going on 2 minutes of USD. The same thing going on Euro JPY is what we should expect to see on USD JPY. We should expect price to take out this first. When price takes out this point first, then we can now begin to look for opportunity to join by price to take out this point, then retrace a little bit more. Something of this nature is what we should look out for. So then price coming all the way, take out this high, come all the way, take out this Asian low, and we start joining the buy all the way to the upside. So that is the outlook for USD JPY, Euro JPY, and also GBP JPY in terms of the December stats. And at the same time for the precious metal, we are in a sell move to the downside, and we already said where our entry point would be in case you want to still join the sell. Then you just have to be patient enough for price to get to the sell POI and follow through. All right. Thank you very much. This is going to be the end of the market call brought to you by the Value Trading team for the London session. To meet again by 2 p.m. for the New York recap, make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. And make sure you shares and God bless.